So when and where do you pass out business cards as a real estate agent? So in today's video, we're going to cover, do you even need business cards in today's day and age? How do you design the right business card and where do you pass these out? And in the end, I'm going to share different tactics because a lot of people are missing the point of business cards. And I want you to avoid having a whole carton of these things that are no longer good. So if you don't know, my name is Zach. We've grown our real estate office by 200 agents in 2 years. Yes, we've passed out some business cards. This is 1,000 business cards. We've probably only passed out about 200 of these if you actually look at how many are still remaining. So how do you design the right business card? Well, let's get into that first. So with my business card and why it's no longer valid is because we switched up our website and we used a free QR code creator instead of paying for a paid version. If we had a paid version to create a QR code, we could have changed the URL where this goes. So this no longer works. So key little tip right there. But notice my card stands out where it says just realtor ? And it has a scan me. So it's something different. It poses a question, realtor. And then on the back, I have my contact information. Now, my information itself could have been a little bit bigger, but that's some of the things you want to design when you have a business card. So what I did is I went down to a local coffee shop and they always have those bulletin boards where there's about 100 different cards pinned up on the board. So I took a photo of that. I uploaded that photo into Canva. And when I was designing my business card, I would take my card design and put it up there in Canva and against all the other cards. Did it stand out? So I thought this card stood out because it posed a question and it had a QR code, which nobody else was doing. So think about that when you're designing your card. Is there some sort of value proposition you can have? Some sort of question you can ask? Some sort of giveaway you can have that you scan here or go to my website and then you capture their information when they do that. So think about that when designing your card. Also think of a thicker card stock. So 12 point is kind of the entry level, but think about maybe even a 16, 18 point card stock. Those are thicker, they hold better in the hand. Maybe you add a raised foil, maybe you have a matte finish. So just think about maybe even the shape. Maybe you get this in a custom house, like maybe it's actually a house design or square cards, you've seen those. So how can you stand out? Because your business card is basically a mini billboard. And so you're going to pass these out to people and here's a billboard every single time without having to pay thousands of dollars per month for digital advertising. So that's what the point of these cards are. Now, where are you going to actually pass these out? Because again, with today's day and age, a lot of people have digital business cards. So do you still need these things? And I actually say yes, and I'm going to share why and a very helpful tip at the end. So I don't want you to miss that. But where can you pass these out? It could be networking events, community events. Just Google your city and events or events calendar or things to do, and you'll see different places pop up. Think of even the mall or when you go out to eat and the waiter or waitress. Think about business opportunities, volunteer events, coffee houses, open houses, different vendors you meet with. So all these are different places you can pass out this little billboard that you can get the messaging out. Here's digital advertising for myself that's in person. Now, it could be anywhere though. Anywhere that there's people. Bring some cards. You could just be taking your dog for a walk. You could be going shopping. You could be at the grocery store. All those people in there need to hear your message, need to know who you are because you're trying to brand yourself. But are business cards still relevant in today's day and age? Well, the answer is yes and no, and here's why. The point of business cards is oftentimes overlooked. A business card, like I said, is a little billboard in your hand. Here it is, take it. But what a lot of people miss is they just give out their business card without anything in return. What you need to do instead is every time you give this out, ask for their contact information in return. Trade with them. That's how you control the narrative. And that's how you can take control of your sales business because the 3 pillars of real estate, we need to meet new people, we need to create a database, and we need to follow up. We can't create the database if we're not gathering contact information. So that's the point of a business card. Every time I pass this out, I want to get contact information in return. Then you control your business, you add them to the database, and you can follow up. That's where 98% of sales come through. And yes, business cards can still work. You can pass them out to anybody, but make sure you get their contact information. If you found this information helpful, subscribe to the channel. We post videos every single week